Good morning, McGraw. You sure you can't play quarterback for the Jets?
I'm pretty sure I can. Well, with the recent play at quarterback, really anybody can play quarterback for the Jets, but that's a whole other story.
You couldn't hurt him.
All right, Alex, what's going on in Texas? Seems like Democrats think they can make some inroads down in Texas.
Yes, they do, and they've got a pretty good case. One is Texas, this state we've always thought of as ruby Republican red, has been trending more Democratic. Hillary Clinton got the same percentage in Texas that she got in Ohio, a state we usually think of as a swing state. And now, of course, we're looking at the Trump bump versus a big Democratic surge. Women coming out to vote in record numbers against Donald Trump, dreamers, immigrants, and now young people, the Never Again gun movement. So far, the early voting says in the top 15 counties, Democrat turnout is up 105%. Republican turnout, only 15. Not good for Republicans in 2018.
You know, we sort of saw that with the Obama world where everyone came out to vote for President Obama, but when he wasn't on the ticket, they didn't come out. I guess Republicans are afraid of that when it comes to Donald Trump.
Yes, and it may be that, the Trump voters seem pretty reliable. It seems that they do come out. They're just not as many there. Trump won when Hillary Clinton was on the ballot, and she managed to restrain her charisma and depress Democratic turnout. So it may be that the bad news for Republicans and Trump voters is that Trump voters actually may turn out, and it still may not be enough.
I mean, today's just the primary, so we really don't know anything. And we've had a couple of these special elections, and we had the Senate race down in Alabama, which had some extenuating circumstances. But, Alex, when is it time for Republicans to really be worried about the midterm elections?
McGraw, I think you really can start worrying right now, because what we will see today that carries over into the general election is intensity, is turnout, is passion. And if we see that on the Democratic side, Donald Trump is not going away. He's not going to get quieter. He's not going to be less of a divisive, polarizing figure between now and November. So if we see a big wave today on the Democratic side, get your swim trunks on.
All right. Now, let's talk about Sam Nunberg, who had that meltdown all over television yesterday. As you watched that, what were your thoughts?
There's only one place where Donald Trump, I think, is vulnerable in the Mueller investigation. I don't think generally there was any collusion because Russians with the Trump campaign, as I think we've discussed before, because there was no Trump campaign. It was Donald Trump giving speeches at rallies and tweeting. But WikiLeaks, that's the one place where the timing of the Russian WikiLeaks on Democratic Party emails, the Hillary Clinton emails, did Donald Trump know? Well, there's Sam Nunberg, a protege of Roger Stone, practitioner of the black political arts, longtime Trump advisor. Mueller is focusing in on that.
Do you think the strain of all that got to him yesterday?
Boy, it sure looked like it. Poor guy, it's a thankless job. It's an unimportant job. He's what we call in politics the body man. He's the one who makes sure that Donald Trump's suits are hanging up in the closet on the plane, and he has a bag of McDonald's burgers. So not an important job, except he's in the middle of everything. He sees it all. Everything goes by him. And it seems like the pressure is making this young guy who's in way over his head, making him crack.
Do you think the media deserves some criticism for exploiting Sam Nunberg yesterday?
I think they clubbed a baby seal. I think this is not media. This is not journalism. This is not reporting. This is fairly vicious and personal, partisan political attacks on somebody who went into the gunfight unarmed, and I think it's reprehensible.
But it sounds like he called them. It wasn't like they were sort of tracking him down, hanging outside of his door for 7 days. He called them. So, I mean, I agree with you in some instance, but I don't know if the media, I think they were, it was a no-win situation. Don't put him on, put him on.
He came to them, certainly, and they had to report it. But when you get someone like that, if it's a 10-year-old kid coming to you with a story, you still don't take advantage of them. You still have to have some ethics. and I didn't see a lot of that here.
Alex Castellanos, you're always welcome here. Good stuff, good insights, and maybe someday you can play quarterback for the Jets. Can't do any worse.
Anytime.
Thanks, Alex.